world. So it has been a long time since I've done a Facebook Live video, but I'm trying to work it into my marketing to be more consistent. Thank you very much, Stacey Harris, my marketing coach. And I figure putting that out there in the world will keep me more accountable, right? So I often get asked how I manage life with a thriving business, 2 small kids, another one on the way, we're due in a couple months, and then having a great marriage. So there's a couple of big answers to that, at least for me. So the first one is we have a phenomenal babysitter. At first, I was really against sending my kids to a sitter because I figured that's why I left the corporate world in the first place, right? It was to have more time with my kids. But I've learned that having my kids go to the sitter a few hours a day, just a couple days a week, actually makes me a better mom. I'm more focused on my kids when they're home instead of trying to manage work and kids at the same time. That being said, also, I feel like makes me a better business owner because then when I have my few hours to work, I'm really focused on just working. The next thing, so second thing that makes it easy for me to manage all that is to have date night. And I know that might sound kind of silly to some people, but that's one of the ways that we keep our marriage thriving and working really well. My husband and I are really diligent about date night. We don't go out every week. Sometimes it's just watching a movie and putting away our phones, but we make sure that at least one time a week, kids are in bed, we're doing something that we're having time together without work distracting either of us. And I feel like that has really helped us as our life has shifted in the last 3 years to managing a business and a family. So I think for those of you that have a significant other, it's incredibly important to have date night. The last thing that has just made things awesome for us is to have systems. And I know I've been talking a lot about these lately in my blog and my newsletters, but honestly and truly, before I had systems in my business, I was working close to 60 hours a week, which I was working a lot of nights, a lot of weekends. Life was not super enjoyable for us. It was really busy. Things were just really chaotic. Now I work about 20 hours a week, very rarely at night. Not a lot on the weekends unless I have a big project coming up or something. But I also have an incredible team that supports that as well. But systems is a pretty versatile word. So just to let you know, to me, I create a system for anything that I do more than once. Seriously, anything. So whether it's my grocery shopping, my laundry, managing my email, how I manage my clients, like anything that I'm doing more than once, I make sure that I have a documented system for it. So the first step to creating more structure is to figure out what you need to systematize. So I tell my clients and even my friends and my family to keep a list of anything that you do twice. So I usually keep that list for a couple of days and just jot down, just add to it as you notice yourself doing things more than once, whether it's paying the bills or even managing your social media. Just keep a list for a couple of days. That's going to give you a pretty good idea of things that you need to systematize. Then I like to pick 2 of those things. Like that's a good starting place. Just pick 2 from your list and write out the steps that are included with each of that process. So that's going to give you a pretty good idea of what's working and what isn't. The best thing about having systems though, after you've done that, is it's easy to know what you can outsource, what you can't, what's taking the most time, where you could use some help. Here's an example from my personal life of how we use systems. So is with dinner. I realized that I was always getting dinner on the table later than I planned. And it was usually because I'd cook and then set the table, and that wasn't working. So now my 5-year-old sets the table while I cook, which seems kind of silly, but then dinner and the table is set at the same time, and life just is easier at our house. So it can be used in your home life too. Systems can. So if you want to learn more about the amazingness of systems, how I use them, why I use them, and just some more detail and help creating them, I actually have a brand new course that releases today on how systems can rock your business. I'm super excited about it. It's something I've been working on for several months because I realized that this is a talent that I have that I need to share with the world. So it walks you through how to create the systems you need in your business so that you have more time, energy, and things are just more enjoyable for you. So you can find out more on my website. It's admin-ease.com, and I'll make sure I put it in the comments. you can find it under the courses link. So I hope you're having a great Tuesday, and I will see you later.